All right, guys, we're live here for a minute. So give me a second. It's been a wild day, and I'm not really prepared. And Nick has got a migraine, so he's not here. So let's get a few more people in here. Get a little bit better prepared. Just had to get a bunch of orders ready to buy back stuff that I've been selling, so kind of been swamped here. You can see in front of us, Bitcoin 9,700, Litecoin 6660, but made a 62 print. Whoa, that was pretty wild. 72 to 62. Got Ethereum at 201. What's up, Julian? We're going to work on new intros, new software, new everything, but so far, too much going on. What's up, Joseph? I really thought they were going to bury him here just a little bit ago when they made that new low for the day, but so far we've held him. But they might break him while we're live here. 50 watching, let's wait another 70 watching, let's wait a second. Our technometer told us something was wrong here, 36, 48 hours ago. What's up, Michael? We're going to wrench you for that. What's up, Asher? Richard, Eric? I mentioned, 2 weeks ago, the back coming out probably would be negative and drive us to 8 grand. That's what we're getting. What up, Red? Tina? Actually enjoying the red here. It gives us a chance to buy some stuff cheaper again. So, first of all, we've got about 100 in here. So, here's Bitcoin USD, proprietary technometer down here at the right. That was registering 52 earlier today. It immediately went overbought in the last 4 days as price fell, telling you the market was weak. Right now, even with today's sell-off, we're 48.94. So looks like we're going to continue lower here. If we give up this 95.85 on some of these charts, the previous lows, let's go back to the hourly here, because we took out this low here. This here's a major low at the 93, but still, again, we're ruining these charts. A lot of people are looking for 1-2s on Elliott wave. I was that way, but used some stops, and again, the technometer performing horribly told me something was probably wrong. So, what's up, Gary? So, after that big rally off of 96.60, we just took that out. So, that looks like a problem for the bulls. We're going to go over With Wyckoff showing, here's what I want to show you real quick. Let's go to the 5 minute that we look at, Bitcoin USD. What's up, Gary? Josh, glad you got some capital. So here's the 5 minute Bitcoin USD. You can see here we was falling while volume was holding in, which wasn't pretty. That's what took the technometer to overbought. Let's go to the 1 month. I'm fighting a head cold, so bear with me. I traveled last weekend, got me sick. 8,200 was still just my guesstimate for the downside. One month chart loading here. You can see your volume was holding in while price was falling. It looked like a lot of bids being pulled. That was just pretty horrible action, which got me worried. And still, if down volume comes in, it looks like Bitcoin could really tank here. So I will show you. I did do a show this morning for Patreon only. I'm going to share that now. Kind of what my thoughts was, because this is kind of the count that I've been working off of, maybe with Elliott Wave. That was wave 1 was in. We've been looking for this wave 2 sideways. So we've had the ABC down, which was a W, ABC up for an X, and I showed counts for an ABC to the downside for the Y. And that counts, as I warned of weakness the last day or two, that account could work. So we're kind of 1-2, we're in the middle of the wave 3 down, which means there's a lot more to the downside. So if we zoom in on that, then I was trying to figure out how to count this weakness, and it looked like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then an ABC up to that 10-1 level. So the 10-1 level, I think, is important if you're bearish and really important if you're bullish. So I said I was going to have buys at 10.080. Then I would trail a stop if those orders get filled. I'll keep that stop level to myself and to Patreon. And then I also did the count. The break here could have been another 1, 2. As you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then another 1, 2. And we just keep hitting new lows. So everyone's buying these lows. It's not working. If this counts right, we could get hurt bad. Yeah, there is a count. This could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now we're really due for a bounce. So got to be careful here. But I think the upside is limited. So Ethereum went down through 205, which was a stop of ours, but we were buying much lower. And Litecoin, we got a stop of 71. Nick had some of 73.50. So that one didn't hurt us. So just trying to be prepared to see if this is an important low we just made for some type of ABC up for a day, day and a half before we collapse, or whether we're just going to kill them tonight. But the technometer setting here at this 40, what was it, 48, is not cool. If you look at some other counts I've been showing, we go to back to the 4 hour. You were showing a possible 1, 2. I suppose you could slide this over, still say it's a 1, 2, but I won't agree with that. We also got this count, which could theoretically still be working. Get that rally to 11.1, and then still be in trouble after that still. I've been warning about a long sideways drawn out correction. So again, this could be it. That would have been an A down, a B irregular, and then a C down. So it's still possible we could go and get that 11.1 that I've been talking about. from here, but I think 10,080 is where you want to say, okay, downside is maybe over for the short term. What's up, Gary? GR Crypto. So that's still, I think, a possible count. Which if that's the count, you'd want to buy Ethereum and Litecoin still right here, right now. Then there's the bearish count. And there's still the same type of bullish count. Again, the bullish counts I'm just not going with. So I'm still showing, I think it's this here, with the technometer still 48. This count looks suspect as well on Bitcoin. If we look at Ethereum here, we'd had these counts here. This count, possible couple different ways here. Could have been a way forward we're making here and then ready for new highs. That's a possible. Or the green is still doing a 3-4 and we got much more still the upside. But I'm not, we did get stopped out of Ethereum at 205, so still watching here. I got orders ready to go. I don't want to buy because I think Bitcoin looks horrible. Litecoin, we were talking about a 1-2-1-2. That got ruined with that 71.73 being traded. I mean, actually tagged a new low for the move, which is wild. And BAT, I don't think BAT's had, I think BAT will be a positive, but I think probably it helped add to the selling, which I mentioned there a week or two ago. I will look at Link because Nick and I talked about that just a little bit ago, an hour ago when he was at home. So I had mentioned back here before we broke to new lows that we could spike down and see the support in this 170, 180 level. We've done that, acting very well the last few days. If Bitcoin would collapse, I would be on Link on a break. Owning some here might be okay as well. While we're doing that one, let's look at Atom. That's one. That one got cremated. Maybe a nice pullback here that you could look at possibly. The other one that I've showed a little bit once in a while is Matic. And that one, same thing. Worst could be over. So it might not hurt to nibble on that one a little bit down here. Otherwise, not much else. I mean, Ripple, we had recommended 0.283 stop on that on the way back down. So we're below that. 0.283 was up here. That's one still maybe trying to find a low. So we'll look at that. The Bitcoin at 97.25. So that chart still looks to me like it's going to resolve the downside. So again, anybody new, learncrypto.io. We got a $2.99 course over there. If you want to be in our Discord, get this action quick and fast. Hold on a second, let me give you the link to the Patreon, 40 bucks. We're continuing to try to build the Patreon. If you go here, lower right corner, join the $40 tier, and then we send you a link to the Discord. I think we have about 625 people over there right now. $25 Bitcoin, 8 months away. Highly doubt that. If you want to learn more Wyckoff, go to wyckoffsmi.com. The institute started by Mr. Wyckoff that I do own. And I guess if you want help managing your portfolio, go to learncrypto.io. Under the PCG tab, I do manage crypto assets. These things move too fast. I will look at ADA because that's one that people have been interested in. ADA USDT did finally break here recently in the last 30 minutes. Not been a strong one, but that one I'm not excited about, but I think probably somewhere here makes a low. What up, Chris C? I hear you on the sarcastic. My special indicator told me that we were in trouble here, so yeah, I'd say it's on fire. Joseph, I mean, I don't know. I mean, right now I've got a lot of accounts and a lot of cash. A lot of accounts, 100% cash, so I'm waiting on the next trade. Right now, it's going to take a little bit for me to get a buy signal on Bitcoin, unless, again, we run above that 10.080 and I decide to start buying that. So I will watch that. I decided earlier today when I did the broadcast that I was going to let it drain off. I just wanted to buy dips. So I just wanted to buy strength. I wasn't going to buy dips because I think that's what was going to get everybody in trouble. There's Neblio, not much to brag about there. Wyckoff says to buy strong stocks, strong coins. I don't think BAT's really got anything to do with it. Maybe emotionally, maybe Twitter. I don't think BAT has anything to do with this. Again, there's the Bitcoin USD. Technometer got horribly bearish the last few days. So shout out to the technometer. What up, Chort? Will silver go to 1-to-1 with gold? Never. If you want, we could, on stocks here, we close to overbought. I was looking for stocks still to work lower here in the near future. I was looking for bonds and metals to go a little higher. Here's SPY. It is down more, oversold, reversed a little bit today. So I don't have any shorts on at the moment. Here's QQQ, neutral 44. They gave us a sell a few days ago. I've been bearish to QQQs. NASDAQs, we're getting a little bit of weakness. TLT, I thought would continue higher here. We did try it long, got stopped out. Some people lowered stops. My mutual fund people, I was still long. Sold today's close. So you see we were oversold down here. We've got a really rough day down at oversold level. But then bounced near overbought. Showing 46.48, but we were 49 plus today when I mentioned you could get out of that in Discord. GDX, same type of thing, following TLT, lower interest rates, major overbought, so I would think GDX is going to roll over here. And be careful if you're long metals. TLT, New York Stock Exchange, U.S. Treasury bond, ETF. There's UUP. I'm talking about wanting to be short here. We'll watch that one tomorrow. These could be an up thrust and a couple tests. What up, Myra? Give you a wrench. We're giving wrenches out to everybody. So that's really it. Bonds and metals maybe roll over here. Stocks, I think, are still maybe sideways to lower. Let's go back to Bitcoin. It's running everything. So I'm sure anytime you can have a quick rally here, but you got to realize that the shorts, the orange line is the shorts. So no real increase here. Excuse me, that's on bounce volume. Let's not talk about that. I knew something wasn't right. The red line here is the shorts. You can see these are high levels on the rallies. And since then we've came off, and shorts are not coming here. Lines, the green line is longs. They're not chasing, so that's why the blue line is up here at high levels, showing that we need a pullback. So I mentioned that. Looks like we need to roll down. Appreciate it, Frank. AT&T, I will go back to that. This is the one we've been long. Gave a buy signal down here at, what was it, 34.78, I believe. Technometer back to overbought, the most overbought that it's been. So I talked about a spring and an uptrend on this day here, but maybe roll out of AT&T tomorrow. Again, those are things I'm going to talk about, or think about tonight and do tomorrow. We talked about that. We talked about Twitter. Twitter were long as well. Very small profits now. Looked good first 4 days out of the gate. Now setting here. Crypto stacks, you're probably right. A perfect storm. What's up, Adam? There's your wrench. You're welcome, Myra. That's what we're here for. When we close out, I'm going to go to the usual outro on who is Richard Wyckoff, because that's what we do here, about 99% Wyckoff with a little bit of Elliott wave thrown on top of it. What up, Trade Safari? You're going to get a wrench too. So that's pretty well all I got. Hey, James. Sitting there 9,700. Not far from trouble. We'll be like $650 from trouble. Really, we're $350 from some trouble. So Litecoin back to 66.75. Intro to our videos. I'm not at the normal desk. So this is my trading desk. I was too busy to get everything else set up, so I stayed right here. I just had about 150 orders I had to add, so I've been doing orders all day. What up, Michael? There's your wrench. So that's why there's no intros, no outros, whatever. This is kind of my day trading desk. When Nick gets here, we'll get back on that. Nick went home sick from work, I believe. So we all know he's a wussy. I guess he's not in here, so he acted like he wasn't very well, so hopefully he's okay. Shout out to 260 watching. So really, guys, that's all I got. I got work to do. So we're going to run the outro. Who is Richard Wyckoff? Go to patreon.com, learn crypto to join the $40 Discord. You will get charged today, then you will get charged in 8 more days. And if you pay with crypto, you won't. Carrie will make sure you don't pay for another 30 days. And what else? If you need help managing your cryptos, 3% annual fee, invoice to you, 1/4 quarterly. Stocks, same thing, but I do it at 2%. So that's all for now. Appreciate everybody. Run this outro and I'm out of here.
Good afternoon. My name is Richard D. Wyckoff. Anyone who is interested in the stock, option, or commodity markets is most likely to find my life and teachings to be of great interest and value. I was born November 2nd, 1873. At the age of 15, I had my first job as a stock runner on Wall Street, and by age 25, I had opened my first brokerage firm. I was one of the pioneers in the study of the tape and included volume studies in all my market operations. This volume and its intraday studies is what set me apart from the rest of the market gurus. There was a point that my buy-and-sell following was so big that it became a powerful part of the daily market. It was at this time that I became known as one of the titans of technical analysis. But all along, my lifelong endeavor was to pass on my accumulated wisdom to others. With that in mind, in 1907, I created the magazine of Wall Street. At its height, the magazine of Wall Street had over 200,000 subscribers. That's over 200,000 investors who wanted my thoughts on the current market conditions and trends. Finally, in 1931, I decided to take all my knowledge that I had learned about the stock market and create the Richard D. Wyckoff course of stock market science and technique. I was able to create something that established a new standard of practice in the public stock market operations. I did not claim any monopoly of stock market knowledge, but up to that time, no one else seemed willing to be so frank in offering to the public the most intimate knowledge of the inner workings of the stock market. The good news is that even though I created the Wyckoff Stock Market course back in 1931, the course has been maintained and updated throughout the years and is available to you today. Over 90 years later, my course is still available for investors and traders that want to learn the secrets to the stock market and can be found right now at wyckoffsmi.com.